Arsenal looks like they're really having lots of players they're really targeting. And today, Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to tell us about a mystery player that none of us thought about in the names of Marcus Thuram. French, 25 years of age. He has made some caps for the French national team, and obviously today has been included into the 26-man squad to go to the World Cup. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Guys, smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, guys, lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the red button that has the word subscribe. After hitting it, smash the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. And obviously, Rokani David is my name. So I think that most of you never saw this coming, because when you look at the wingers, we thought that Arsenal was going to go in and sign. We thought of Diaby, maybe Modric, Mokailo, Gerard Bowen, Pedro Neto, Zegrova, there is another one, Leroy Sen, and very many others. And when you look at the position where Arsenal is, they're really topping the table. They need to go on and bring in players. Where are we going to go? Who are we going to come on and really score them goals? But Fabrizio Romano has told us something different. There is this guy, Marcus Thuram, that I had never even heard of. The name Thuram, I remember it when Lilian Thuram was playing for France, that central defender of Barcelona and France. Remember, he was good, but now Thuram is now a forward. He can play as a center forward and a left attacking midfielder. Now, this story has been brought out by Fabrizio Romano, and obviously, this is what he has told us. I want to get you this story, then I go into what we call dissecting the story. Fabrizio Romano is telling us that I think there will be many rumors around Marcus Thuram, as he's a good player, 25 years old winger, available as potential free agent in this summer. So this is where the gist of the matter is. Arsenal is targeting very many players, but there is something great about this. Mokailo Modric will go in for like 60 million euros. Can Arsenal go in for that amount of money right now? Now there is Marcus Thuram. Marcus Thuram is really an exciting 25-year-old French winger. He plays good onto the left attacking side of the midfield. He can also play centrally as a center forward. I've seen some clips of him play into that side. He's right-footed, and that really makes him a very good player. And the only advantage he's having more than Mokailo Modric is simple. He's left with just 6-7 months on his contract, meaning that if you have to go in for January to sign him, you're really going to go ahead and really get him on a cheap. But Mokailo Modric, go in for him, 60 million euros will be called for by Shakhtar Donetsk. Then, Fabrizio Romano, via his podcast on the Court Offside, he told us that, I'm aware there has been speculation linking Marcus Thuram with Arsenal. I don't have details on Thuram at the moment. What's clear is that his contract with Borussia Mönchengladbach expires in summer, so I think he will be assessing his options. Now, talking about this Borussia Mönchengladbach, that team in Germany, the January of this year, they had one of the midfielders that everyone was eyeing, that is Denis Zakaria. He was rumored to be going to Arsenal, to Manchester United, but obviously who won the battle? It was Juventus, and they paid only 3 million euros. And it's the same club, meaning that if Marcus Thuram is to be sold, because I don't think he's going to go on and renew his contract, he might go in like 5 or 6. He's in the same club that Denis Zakaria was playing for, meaning that their negotiations for selling is the same. And if at all I'm the owner of Borussia Mönchengladbach, I go all hard to the sporting director. He's responsible for renewing contracts of these players. Very good, talented player. How can you not tie him on a contract? Because he's putting out a very good display of the game of football, meaning that you are making the club to lose out on a lot of money. If this guy had close to 3 years on his contract, when you look at how he's playing, he would go for less than 30 mil. That's it. So, if Arsenal have to go for him in January, obviously they'll have to pay like 5 or 6 million euros. I think it will be really a very good deal for Arsenal. But people might be asking themselves, who is this guy? What is he all about? Let me go a little bit and really show you who this guy is onto this channel, which goes by the names of Rokani Media Football. This guy, he was born on August 6, 1997. He's 25 years of age. He was born in Parma, Italy. Current teams Borussia Mönchengladbach, and he plays for the French national team. He's quite a tall guy. He's having 1.29 meters. That is Marcus Thuram. And obviously he plays as a forward or left winger for the Bundesliga club Borussia Mönchengladbach and the France national team. Now, when you look at this season, he's really on fire. He's really on fire. He has played 15 games. He has scored 10 goals and 3 assists. It shows you that he has lifted himself from what he did last season in 21 games, where he scored 3 goals and 0 assists. This is the guy now, because he knows he needs to go on and really get a very good club. He has gone or blasted to full potential, to an extent that they even named him into the French squad to go and play in the World Cup. 15 matches in the Bundesliga, 10 goals, 3 assists, meaning that in 15 matches, he's having 13 goal involvements. Not so. Then DFB Pokal, he has played 2 matches, scored 3 goals and 1 assist. This entire season, he has played 17 games, scored 13 goals and 4 assists, meaning that he has played 17 games and is having 17 goal involvements. What a player. What a player. What a player to come in and join a club which goes by the names of Arsenal, and that is Marcus Thuram. The other thing about him that you need to know about this guy, allow me go to SofaScore and really show you what this guy has in his career so far. Obviously, as you see here, outstanding strength. He plays as a left winger and as a centre forward. I believe this might be one of the reasons as to why Arsenal want him, because I believe if Arsenal want to go on and really compete for the league and really win it, they need another player who can go on and really partner with Gabriel Jesus. That's what I really believe. I know most of you will say Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah is supposed to be third fiddle at Arsenal. Let me pose you a question. Have you ever imagined if at all Gabriel Jesus goes away for like a month, gets an injury for a month at Arsenal? Do you know what happens to the club of Arsenal? Who is going to score your goals? Look at that game of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Amidst all the efforts that Arsenal put out, it required that no-look pass from Gabriel Jesus to find Fabio Vieira in a very comfortable situation. Fabio Vieira took an extra touch and obviously squared that ball into the mouth of the goal and banged it in the net. That is Odegaard. So if at all you are not having another player who can come on and get the job done like Gabriel Jesus, that means you're in danger. So I believe Arsenal might have a lot of interest in this player because of him playing as a centre forward, and I believe he's really going to go on and really do the needful. Now, in the Bundesliga this season, let me show you his minute per 90. You get goals, he's having 10. Scoring frequency, 135 minutes. In every 135 minutes, this man bangs in a goal. Scoring frequency is 135 minutes. So, goals per game, 0.7. Shots per game, 3.7. He averages 4 shots per game, meaning that when you're having him and you get him in the ball more, like a club which goes by names of Arsenal, reason being he's playing for a club that doesn't have lots of the possession. When he comes in at Arsenal, it will be a different game of football together. Reason being Arsenal is having more of the ball, and that calls for more touches, more shots on target, and more creativity for him. Shots on target per game, there are 2. So out of the 3.7, 2 shots are always on target. At Arsenal, I believe he can go on and really get in more. Big chances missed, 11 in 15 games. Then goal conversion, it's 18%. penalty goals 0, penalty conversion 0. So he's having 10 goals in 15 games, but he has not gone ahead to score a penalty. Headed goals 0. This is an area where he has to go on and really improve on his header because he's tall enough. 1.9 in the Premier League. You come here, you have to go on and really destroy people totally and put them to the ground. That is Thuram for me. And Arsenal, he needs to go on and do more on his scoring with his header. And that is possible. We've seen Marcus Rashford coming in through and doing this at Manchester United. His previous 2 goals he scored, I think they were headers. The one he scored against a shelf in the UEFA Europa League. The one he scored against West Ham, it was a very good header. So I believe even Thuram can be made one of the good headers of the ball because he's really having a very nice height. Obviously, he can come in and really give Arsenal the best. Headed goals, scored with the left foot 5, right foot 5, meaning that his foot is really great and he can use both of his feet. You would like that in a player who plays as a left attacking midfielder and can also come in and really lead the line. When we go to passing, assists, he has 3 assists. Touches, 34 touches per 90. Then big touches created, big chances created are 3. Key passes, 0.9. Accurate per game, 12.3. 73% accurate passes. In his own half, he makes just 4.5. Opposition half, 7.9. Long balls, 0.1. Chipped ball passes, 0.1. Accurate passes, 0.1. That is the guy. Let's go to the defending because even Gabriel Jesus really does better at defending. Interceptions per 90, 0.3. Tackles per game, 0.5. Possession won, 0.5. Dribbled past, 0.1. Clearances per game, 0.7. Error led to shot, 0. Error led to goal, 0. And what do these two mean? Error led to shot and error led to goal, meaning that whenever he gets the ball in his half, he makes sure he doesn't lose it. And if at all he has ever lost it, it doesn't result into a goal. He doesn't lose the ball in dangerous areas that will cost the club. So I believe this guy might be a revelation to Arsenal. Now, successful dribbles, 1.5 per game. That is per 90. Total duels won, 4.6. Ground duels won, 3.3. Aerial duels won, 1.3. Possession lost, 10.0. Fouls, 1.3. Was fouled, 1.3. And that calls for this guy who goes by names of Thuram that Fabrizio Romano is telling us about, and Arsenal is really in love with this player. Now, I'm still in total argument of whether Arsenal will go on and really sign a player who plays off the left. Do you know why? Arsenal has one of the players. Let me show you what he did last season. Emily Smith-Rowe. If you know, Emily Smith-Rowe is just 22 years of age. Last season, he came on and really played very, very well. The problem is this season is really having injuries, but I believe they handled that injury very badly. If they had gone ahead to take him on surgery, I think this guy would have been fit and would have helped them a lot, because I believe there are games that they would have killed off way much better where they're having Emily Smith-Rowe, and Martinelli deserves to go on and really be sat down a little bit, because the directness of Emily Smith-Rowe is better than that of Gabriel Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli is more skilled, but when it comes to being direct and being decisive and having a perfect shot on goal, Emily Smith-Rowe is really deadly. Last season, Emily Smith-Rowe played 33 games in the Premier League. He scored 10 goals and 2 assists. So, last season, Arsenal was not in a very confined situation. But in the situation where they are in right now, you just get to know that they would have created more chances for Emily Smith-Rowe. And Arsenal has very many balls that are found outside the teenage box area. And if at all you've been watching Arsenal this season, they've not scored very many goals outside the 18 yards area. I think the only goals that you can remember, there is that of Thomas Partey against Tottenham Hotspur and Nottingham Forest. Which other goal have Arsenal scored outside the 18 yards box area? I don't remember any other. You remind me. I've not seen Xhaka pull a trigger. All the goals Xhaka has scored, he has scored them in the 18 yards box area of the opponent. But last season, we saw Emily Smith Rowe score close to 5 or 6 goals outside the 18 yards box area. I remember the goal he scored against Manchester United at Old Trafford. There are 2 goals he scored against West Ham when he really came out and broke into space. There is that one scored against Aston Villa. There is one he scored against Chelsea. I think the first goal when they were at the Stamford Bridge, the game that ended 4-2. You remember that one very well, when he found the ball outside the 18 yards box area and he hit it at the back of the net. It almost resembles the goal that this former Arsenal player Willock scored against Chelsea over the weekend. So I believe that is one of the things that Arsenal are really lacking, and I believe Mikel Arteta knows it very well, that this guy is really great. So when he comes back before Christmas, he's going to be fully fit. I know he's going to return to training, I think at the end of this month. He'll have close to 2-3 weeks to train before they resume playing into the Premier League. What does that mean? What decision is Arsenal going to take? Because last season, Emily Smith Rowe was shifted to the left attack center midfield even before they brought in Fabio Vieira. Now that Fabio Vieira is here, that means Emily Smith Rowe has no chance to play in the central attack midfield area. His position is the left attack midfield area to go on and battle it with Martinelli. Can they go on and bring in Mokalo Modric or Marcus Thuram to come on and really play this role? That's the question I leave behind to all Arsenal fans all over the world to tell me what you think about Marcus Thuram. But remember, Marcus Thuram is also a centre forward, can lead the line, and with his height, I believe he gives Arsenal a different option altogether going forward. Thank you guys for watching in. That's what I had for you. FABRIZIO Romano told us about Marcus Thuram. Arsenal are targeting him, and let's wait and see where they're going to get him. Reason being, this player is having his contract done or run down in the summer, and if Arsenal go for him in January, they'll get him on a cheap. Everyone knows Borussia Mönchengladbach does that, and they did that to Denis Zakaria, who is now on loan at Chelsea from Juventus. Thank you guys for watching again. I hand you over to the Omatlo to watch you over. Thank you guys. I really love you, and keep it Rokani Media Football. Smash the like button, comment and share. I sign out for now. Last video of the day. Tomorrow is really going to be a very huge marathon, as we are really going to be letting you what teams have arrived in the World Cup, because I've seen very many teams taking photos. The likes of England is traveling, I think, tonight, and I think by tomorrow morning they'll be in Qatar and France. Thank you. Sunday World Cup starts, but transfers are really on fire. More news coming out. And tomorrow, Mokalo Modric has a very big story where he has really chose Arsenal over Real Madrid. I'm coming up with it. I'm out.